We are Ferdinand and Willem, and we both founded the company Visie, which makes a product which is called PowerWindow, which is a clean electricity generating transparent glass. It's just an ordinary window, like you can see in office buildings in general. Commercial glass or isolation glass usually reflects about 30% of the incoming light. And what our PowerWindow actually does, it captures that fraction and then transports it towards the edges of the window, where we convert it into clean and sustainable electricity. Okay. You could compare our coating to a glow-in-the-dark star, which can absorb light and re-emit this light. Mm-hmm. And that's actually what we did on the entire window pane. But it doesn't interfere with the aesthetics of your window. So you can still look outside the window, see a sunny day, people walking outside, and at the same time that same window is generating electricity.
Okay. And it's already in use? It's already
actually, we're doing our first pilot this year together with OVG Real Estate and the Rabobank. We will install 30 square meters of power windows in the new head offices of Rabobank in Eindhoven. And then we will test these power windows on their efficiency, transparency, lifetime expectancy, etc.
And how much energy do you generate on a, say, average Dutch weather day?
Yeah, it really depends who you're talking to, in what kind of efficiency we should speak. But just to paint you a picture, about a square meter can charge your laptop throughout the year on average. So to scale that up, if you have a typical office building and we would replace every window with a power window, then we could compensate up until or between 50 and 100% of the electricity demand of the building itself.
And what is your vision on sustainability?
It's a very broad question. We have a very clear vision on that actually. We believe that sustainable innovation only works when it's without compromise. And so when you ask the question on sustainability, and I think our answer would be the same, that we really want to change the way we treat and see our planet, we really have to change the perspective, people's perspective. And you only get consumers you can only activate consumers in changing their behavior if they don't have to hand in acquired life standards. So to give an example, you're here driving by an electrical car. I think consumers won't go driving electrical when the car is either really ugly or it has an action radius of under 200 kilometers. So the sustainability works if you make sure that it's non-intrusive on the acquired life standard. Yeah, and you probably have a vision on it as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but more like the definition of sustainability itself is, I think we should be able to, create an environment or a society or an ecosystem that would be self-sustaining over time, so that our generation is able to pass it over on the next generation, etc., etc., so that previous generations don't screw it up for the generations to come. And I think in doing so, we really have to look at the energy problem in a different way. And that's how we use our energy, like the energy efficiency of how we consume fossil fuels. Like we are very addicted to fossil fuels because it's very convenient to use it, but there's a lot of other energy potential out there, which is just a matter of, tapping into that potential differently. And I think there comes into play what Ferdinand mentioned, that we will only do so in great masses if we won't have to give in on the current alternatives. So that's what really drives our innovation process. Like for us, the window will only become a success if it doesn't affect the use of the window itself. Like it should be a transparent window which you can look through and which lets daylight in. And in addition, it generates electricity in order to become a more sustainable environment.
Yeah, if our power window wouldn't be as clear as it is now, then we wouldn't believe in its actual business model and functionality.